What is up, everybody? I'm standing in front of the E46 now, which, as you can tell, is no longer in the garage on jack stands. It has been freed. I'm finally driving the car around after all the maintenance and repairs I've done to the car, and it's really exciting. You may also notice something else very different about the car, something very bright and colorful. As you can see, I bought new wheels for the Project E46, but it's not just these. So as you can see, I've ended up with quite a lot of wheels. And the reason why I've done that is because they're all incredibly cheap. How cheap? Well, try under $200 for all of them cheap. Here's the story. So the main wheels I have on this car is a full set of Tire Rack Motorsports, aka TRMs. I think they're called C1s. They measure 17 by 8.5 with a plus 40 offset. And I have 4 of them. Guess how much these 4 wheels with the tires cost me? 0. It's a great story, but a friend of mine reached out. He was moving, and he said, I have been trying to sell these wheels and no one will buy them because they have curb rash. I'll give them to you for free if you pick them up right now. So obviously I did the most rational thing you could possibly do, is instead of going to work on time, I drove down to South Orange County and picked up these wheels. It's a really good fitment all around. This is a pretty typical BMW fitment. This will fit in most BMW cars. And because it's on the wider side, especially compared to all of these cheap stock wheels, it makes a good front wheel setup for drifting to put all that front end grip into the car. But yes, I picked up these wheels. They were flat black and they had a bunch of curb rash on them, but I didn't really care because I knew I was going to refinish them with the Satin Lagoon sparkly metallic finish that I've done to all these wheels now. I think the end result is really strong and makes the car look great. So when it comes to the rest of these wheels, I have, I think, 14 of them, and they're all varying shades of OEM BMW wheel. They're obviously much smaller and more narrow than the Tire Rack Motorsport wheels, which is why I'll run those in the front for drifting and run these smaller wheels out back to help the car slide more. But I wanted to put into perspective how cheap this is to do if you're looking for drift spares, because when you go drifting, you go through a lot of wheels, you go through a lot of tires, right? And usually you don't have a tire guy on site to change your tires. So it's beneficial to have a bunch of wheels. That way you can bring a bunch of wheels with tires ready to go to the track, and then it's just a matter of just swapping the wheels out once you finish up your tires. So that's why I did this. To put it into perspective how easy this was, I picked up almost all of these wheels off of Craigslist, and the average price I paid was $100 for a set of 4. Some of those included tires and some did not. So it's a super inexpensive way to go drifting with a BMW, is to just wait out for these used, cheap 16-inch OEM wheels that no one wants anyway, and you have perfect burners to go drifting. So yes, like I said, I have all these wheels, these 4 Tire Rack Motorsport wheels, and I think about 14 other drift spares, and I'm only into it for about $200. You can't beat that for budget drifting. So there it is. The car is all done as far as it can be done for now. I have new front wheels and a bunch of drift spares. The next thing to do is to take it to the track. So in the next episode, I will be doing my very first drift day with the car. I'll be going to Grange Motor Circuit, and hopefully the car doesn't blow up on the way there, while I'm there, or on the way back. So stay tuned for that.